our next game. Probably the statement win, at least of the round, one of the biggest statement wins of the season by any team was made by the Sydney Swans on the road against the previous, going into this game, the Bulldogs were the top team in the league. But the Swans, they go in and they get a huge win, a huge upset. They pull within 4 points of the top four, and they're just that much closer to locking in a spot in the finals. And all I gotta say is that this win, they'd even do it by their normal goal scorers. When you see that the Sydney team scores, almost 80 with 79. When you think they have a good scoring game, you think of, Buddy Franklin probably another 3-goal after like he busts out every round. Papley probably looked great too. But no, these two combined for just 1 goal between them. But it's Jordan Dawson and it's Will Hayward. They combined for 5, and they're the ones that ultimately lead the bulk of the Sydney scoring this game. And Donnie, media, what I said at the beginning of the show, it's fact. Give Sydney the respect that they deserve, because they've been proving people wrong all season. They're one of the close to the bottom of the ladder last round, and I've been hot on this team going into it, and I'm so glad that they've just been proving me right. It's been one of my favorite takes and one of the favorite things to look forward to each round. But Sydney backs up a absolute all-out domination by every meaning of the word against the West Coast. They go and they beat the Bulldogs now. They're riding high. And they have a really legitimate shot at making the top 4. And right now, they are one of the biggest contenders for the flag this year.
Man, I remember watching this game, and I went into this game very nervous because you just don't know what type of game the doggies are going to bring to you. And the crazy part about it was that on the analysis shows that I've watched and stuff like that, the Sydney Swans really did to the Western Bulldogs what the Western Bulldogs have been doing to a lot of people: slick, quick handball movement, quick kicking, just absolutely surgically perfectionist type of ball movement. Absolutely outstanding to see, and to see this young team with, yes, some experienced heads, but a relatively young team play as well as they did in a big stage against, at the time, the number 1 team in the entire competition, has a lot of people buoyed, including several media. Like, I can't tell you how many media personalities now are like, yeah, Sydney's a flag contender now. Sydney's got a chance. If you look at it in it, besides losing to Port and Melbourne, they've beaten most of the other teams in the 8, including a 92-point win over West Coast, and they only lost to Melbourne by 9, to Port by 10. So if you really look at it, it's under 2 goals. So they're in it with a crack, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. It's absolutely outstanding to see it. To Buddy kick 1 goal, and it was in garbage time late in the game, so it wasn't really a goal that I think affected the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
But to see Jordan Dawson kick 3 goals, Will Hayward kick 2 goals, Amadi kick a goal that was Euro inspired, almost off a absolute clanger by Taylor Duray, which was absolutely hilarious. And then I don't know if you've seen this. Have you seen the Armadi party has a Twitter account, has an Instagram account?
Oh no, that has to be gold. I have not seen that.
Yep, there is a group called the Amardi Party that showed up to the Geelong game, and they were also at the game against the Western Bulldogs. And they all bring party favors and party hats, and they at least in the Geelong game, they had an Amardi Party sign, and they got Joel Armadi to take a selfie with them, and they're on Instagram.
That's so
Yep.
great.
I'm that is absolutely outstanding. And Joel Armadi is taking over. Some of the Sydney Swans supporters are absolutely falling in love with him. And the scary part about this Swans team is to think that James Rowbottom has been the Medi sub the last 2 weeks, and he was a consistent starting midfielder. Chad Warner's been out with a shin injury. He's been gone for 4 or 5 weeks. He's not in the team. Sam Reed is getting healthy. He should be back soon. Braden Campbell, our academy pick, should be back in the next couple of weeks, and Lewis Melican. So we're not even fully 100% strong. At least the Swans are not 100% healthy. They are getting there at the right time, and this is an absolutely magnificent win. Now, we've said it for most of these games. Run home isn't easy now. It's significantly more difficult with some of the play
Mm-hmm.
of the teams that they play on later on this year. Not just GWS. We still got Frio. You still got North Melbourne and St. Kilda are the six teams. Sydney has a chance to make the top four. I'm I'm interested to see how this goes. Don't think they're going to get top four, but they're going to have a mighty crack at it if they can win a few of these games over the next 6 weeks.
At the lowest, I see them being right in that number 5 spot because I mean that top four is just stacked between the Doggies, Melbourne, probably going to be Geelong and Brisbane. But Geelong and Brisbane and the Doggies all looked either had a loss or they looked shaky this round. So Sydney gets on the hot streak, and these teams can continue to look a little iffy. They are more than able to break into it, and so I'm really excited for this young Swans team. I love them. I love watching them, and so I'm. It sounds almost bad. I'm obviously not rooting for them next round, but even as a GWS supporter, it might be a little messed up. But I kind of want to see just how far